Today is Vijaya Ekadasi. Anyhow, by our past sukriti or by great mercy, we are present and we are trying to follow proper rules and regulations of bhakti in Vrindavan Dham. We have gotten some tendency to follow bhakti. We should pray that this is not destroyed or lost, and we do not again come under someone's sway in this world and go far away from bhakti. Therefore we pray always to the lotus feet of Ekadasi Devi, and may she accept us. We do not know her form. We have never seen her. The Guru and Vaishnavas, they tell us about her. We have heard something, but how can we follow? And what are the glories of Ekadasi without knowing this, without hearing about her pastimes and qualities? Then how will we awaken faith? And we don't think her mercy is necessary for us. In this way, we are very proud. We do not desire anyone's blessings or affection. We do not think it is necessary for us. Until we don't realize the necessity of this, then we are like an orphan on the street, or like a dog, like a stray dog, a person without shelter who is independent. Then they have no one to think of their welfare, and they will never find spiritual welfare. We need someone to be thinking about our welfare. We may become a Babaji, we may become an aesthetic, a Babaji, and so forth. But there's no gain from that. Therefore, who will accept us? Who will take responsibility for us? Who will think about us? If there's someone like that who is capable to help us, then our life will become successful. For so many lives we have been wandering like orphans, but if we continue to do so, we will never spiritually advance. So today we will hear some Harikatha about Vijaya Ekadasi. These things are not for business, however. It is not to make people mad. If they hear and they follow it in their life, if they try to do that, then some benefit can be gained. But if they do not engage properly, this Harikatha will not give you any benefit. Why? Whose wealth is it? It is Swarup Shakti's tendency. And that property will remain as hers. We cannot share that or make a business out of her potency. We have not made a business center here. And Guru and Vaishnavas, they say, if you start a business, then as a result of that, you will have a very horrible result. So, Bhagavan's Karuna Shakti, you must pray for that. Pray to Ekadasi Devi, and then when Sambandha Gyan awakens, Shraddha faith awakens, then she will accept us and we can progress, and no longer will we remain as independent orphans, wandering here and there. Then they will think about our benefit and Bada Buddha, good and bad, and if they want to chastise us, that is their right. They have the right to give us affection as well as to give us chastisement. Small children, they fight with their parents sometimes, but they know the parents, they have relation, they will not forsake us. In the same way, if you want to enter into the realm of bhakti, first of all, you need Sambandha Gyan. You have accepted Guru, and you stay with Vaishnavas and devotees. However, you have no faith in anyone. One day, Gurudev told me, look, do you have faith? In who? In what? Do you have faith if you ask me for some money like 10, 20 rupees? Do you have faith? I will give it to you. Then what could I say? If I were to say, yes, I have faith you will give, then would he say, oh, have you come here only for money? You only want money from me? And if I were to say, no, you won't give, then he said, oh, if you don't have faith that I will give you like 10,000-20,000 rupees, then how do you have faith that I can give you the transcendental wealth, which is immeasurably greater? So I thought, oh, your money is with you. I don't want your money. I am with you. If you accept me, whether you give or not, that is your choice. I am yours. Your money is yours. I don't need anything. We should not take Guru and Vaishnava as adhikar. They're right. They can give us chastisement. They can give affection. They have all right for this. What is 30,000 rupees? He said, oh, do you have faith? If you ask for me, I will give you. If you don't have that much faith, then how will I give you? Do you have faith? I will give you paramartha, transcendental wealth. It is a very difficult thing. Why? Because if we would have some need and ask him for something, he would not give. Sometimes he would ask, do you need anything? I would say yes. Then I would say yes, this much. Then what he would do is he would make a fist, and then he would put it up in the air and then open it and say, here, take. I would say, what is this? Is the empty fist? He said, Gauri Sain will give. I said, who is Gauri Sain? I said, I don't know Gauri Sain. You are here before me. I know you. If you are giving, then I can use it. But who is this Gauri Sain? Gauri Sain refers to like Shri Radha Krishna. So, Guru and Vaishnavas, we should always reserve their full right over us. Wherever we are theirs. Until we have this mamata and this faith. Mamata means a sense of possessiveness. I am theirs and they are mine. And faith. Then we cannot progress in spiritual life. For example, small children with Paramanandapur Prabhu was like that with Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur. Sometimes they would argue and like be very stubborn with each other. With Param Gurudev, Prabhupada would always give whatever he needed or asked. But with others, he would not do like this. If Paramanandapur asked for anything from himself, it would be for Prabhupada, not for him. But Prabhupada would never even give one paisa. But he would give whatever Vinod needed. He would never refuse Vinod. However much he wanted, he could take for whatever service he needed. So this mamata and vishwas. Did Prabhupada have some strange relation with Paramanandapur? No. But this is just the manifestation of the Leela. So, we should also not have any business sentiment towards Guru and Vaishnavas. Prabhupada knew Vinod would not do anything for himself. He would do for the temple, for the brahmacharis, and he would never use anything for himself. He would go out and he would beg all day and he would not take anything for himself. And then in the evening he would come back, even late at night, and he would stay in Prabhupada's room. Even if it was late at night, he would knock on the door and he would sleep in Prabhupada's room. When he was out all day, he would never even buy any water for himself or take anything for himself. They had so much mamata and vishwas. At those times, they had very little money, but still everything was going on nicely. So today I'm going to speak on this Ekadasi, Vijaya Ekadasi. So we need to have victory in bhakti. What victory? How will we get Vijaya or victory? At least we should become that much saras, full of like sweetness and nectar, that everyone has faith in us, like the Guru Vaishnavas, they have faith in us. So there's one history in this regard. When the Pandavas prayed and asked Krishna, Lord, so many sadhus, sages, seers, ascetics, they do so much austerity. Why do you torment them and give them so much conflict and distress? They want you, you should accept them, give them mercy, affection, and everything should be very nice for them, but why do you make them suffer even after they do austerity in icy water up to their neck? They sit amidst fires on all sides in the summer, and they don't take water or even air. They do such difficult austerities, and they chant your mantra, and they want you, but after that you are still so cruel, and you give them so much suffering. Why don't you give them mercy? And you should give them mercy and not make things so hard for them. So Krishna said, look, if I give them a little affection and mercy, then what will happen? They will become puffed up. When they get a high position, then there's no greater form of intoxication. So, if they get a position and respect, they become filled with false ego. And then, they will pull out the Brahman thread and give a curse. Oh, you didn't respect me. You don't know who I am. You don't know how senior I am, how much austerity I've done, how much I am respectable. And they immediately are ready to curse. This anger that comes out destroys all their austerity. Parashuram, for example, he was teased so much by Lakshman. Oh, what do you think? I am not like a baby pumpkin. If you show your finger to a baby pumpkin, then the pumpkin will rot. Like a finger, like you point your finger, forefinger. So he said, I'm not like a baby pumpkin that you can point your finger at and I will shrivel and rot. I am a Satriya, I am Lakshman. You cannot just poke your finger at me and destroy me. So Lakshman teased him more and more, and then Parashuram became red and red and red and red and so angry like this. Finally, all his austerity was lost. So sadhus, they do austerity, vrat, vows, rules and regulations, but they cannot control themselves. They have no self-control. Therefore, so much pride comes, so much false ego comes. And, if they don't speak outwardly, then inside they are burning like a volcano. When some problem comes, if someone has some problem, then people clap and dance. Oh, look, they did this with me, now look what has happened to them. We will clap and dance at another person's distress and calamity. So that such a person is worthy of the greatest discard or neglect. They always think about the distress of others. They always want others to suffer and themselves to be prosperous. They do not think about the welfare of others. If someone came very new and they do sadhan and bhajan and people respect them, then the seniors, they think, how can I pull them down from their position? How can I arrange people to criticize them? How can I make them be slandered? And this is we use the fruit of our sadhan and tapasya in that. Therefore the Lord does not give us anything. He says, if I give it to them, they will be destroyed. Instead, I should give them lanchan, meaning criticism and chastisement and discipline, and they should be ridiculed and abused, and then they will become more and more strong. But there's another problem, another danger. What is the danger? That we do sadhan and tapasya. Then what do people do? People open their arms and say, come, take. They put their feet on people's heads. And they put someone's head on their chest. And they give their hands out and give their blessings. Oh, you will become fortunate. Oh, they will tell someone, you will have a child, you will have a son, you will have wealth, you will have everlasting youth. Now you yourself have become Kuda, God, you've become Allah's mullah, you've become a Rasgula. Now you're giving blessing to everyone. Oh, Baba. You are yesterday's like Jaga. Mahaprabhu said, oh, yesterday you're just a new boy, but now you think you are a guru and God. Therefore, the Lord says, what can I do? If I give blessing and mercy and power, if people get a little mystic power or something, then they see, oh, look how great I am, how powerful I am. Therefore, it is said, one sadhu, he went to collect alms. And he went to someone's house. One lady, she was cleaning her house, and the sadhu came out loudly shouting, "Give me bhiksha, give me alms, give me alms." She said, "Please wait a few moments. Now I'm serving my husband. In a few moments I will give you alms. I'm busy in serving my husband." Then his eyes became red, and he looked at her with wide open red eyes. Then what did she say? "Oh Baba, don't remember, I'm not like a bird that I will burn by the red eyes, like laser beam eyes." So he left that place and went to another house. And there he said, "Oh, give me alms, give me alms." Then a disciple was serving his guru and said, "Please, Sadhu Maharaj, I will come in a few minutes and serve you and give you alms." Then again his eyes were red. "You don't know who I am?" He said, "Oh, I'm not just like a bird that will be burnt to ash by your curse and your red eyes." So then he continued. Wherever he went, he heard like this. Then he asked, "How do you know about this, that I killed this bird by my curse?" He had done austerity for 12 years. He had dreadlocks on his head. Then there was a bird, and it passed stool, and it fell on his head. And then he looked up at the bird, and with his red eyes, the bird burnt to ash. Then he thought, "Now I've become perfect. I've achieved perfection." But all his power was lost in that curse. So when someone does sadhan bhajan and they get some fruit, then, "Oh, Prabhutapai mad kaine," there's no greater intoxication than high position. "Oh, I was so small. Look how great I am. Now I've become like a juicy rasgulla, full of so much power." So before you were like a small speck of dust, but now you want to be the crown on the head of the Lord. So therefore the Lord said, "I do not give blessings like this. What do I do?" The Lord says, "If you worship me and you want poison of material enjoyment and sense gratification, why will I give that? I'm not a fool. I will give my charanamrita and then make them forget all desire for the poison of material life." They are foolish. They are asking about poison. Why should I give poison? I will give my charanamrita and I will make them give up their taste for poison. On the other side, Krishna says, "Vanchat Ravanadibi," giving many nice things, he will cheat one. He will give everything, and then he cheats you, and you do not get the real benefit. So, Ekadasi Devi, her name is Vijaya. Today is Vijaya Ekadasi. How will you be victorious? What is real victory? Will you be victorious, or will someone else be victorious? Will the Lord be victorious? The Lord is always victorious. There's no question of victory or defeat for the Lord. He is always victorious. Kaviraj Goswami writes, "Jayatam Surador Pangor Mama Mandar Matirgiti Mat Sarvasa Padam Boja Shiradha Madan Mohan." Oh, Jayatam, may I be victorious over Surata. In this world I have so much material lust and attraction. I am always attracted towards material objects and sensual pleasures. However, I do not have transcendental attraction. I have so much attachment, so much desire for material things and people. So how will I be victorious over these lower desires? Please look at me, O Madan Mohan. You bewilder even Cupid himself. You are so attractive and beautiful. So please be victorious over me. And you will be victorious in truth when you conquer over me. Otherwise, since I am such a low, fallen jiva, lost in Maya, if you do not save me, then how you will not be truly victorious, since you are so great. Lord, please, you must save me. Lift me up, and take my attraction, which is now in very low things, and place it in your lotus feet. My mind is full of lusty desires, and I'm so fallen and lame, and I have no strength to go towards the truth or real life. If you were telling the mind, go on parikrama, or chant Harinam, do sadhan bhajan, do kirtan, what will the mind say? Oh, now my foot is tired and hurting, I cannot walk. So I have no feet to go in the path of walk along the path of bhakti, but therefore I am lame in the spiritual life. And my mind is also, I've become very foolish and ignorant. For other activities I'm very clever and intelligent, but for bhajan, kirtan, bhajan, I am dumb and foolish. I have no attachment or desire for this, therefore I act like I am very dumb. So we pray, Jayatam Sudator Mangor. Where's my rati or attraction? Is it towards bhakti and Bhagavan? No. It is towards material pleasures. Therefore, O Lord, your lotus feet, let them be my life and soul. O Radha Madan Mohan, you, Madan Mohan, have defeated Cupid, and you have always keep him under your control. So I have become defeated by him. Therefore I pray to you, please give me a place at your lotus feet. In other words, let you please be victorious over me. So when we come to do bhajan and bhakti, oh, we become the servant of calm, krodh, lust and anger, and we are always beaten by Maya. But if we take shelter of sadhus, then by their instructions and mercy, then the witch and ghost of Maya will be exorcised from within us. If we receive and follow the instructions of sadhus, then we can be freed of this witch of Maya. As long as we are the slaves of lust and anger, as long as we are always pursuing sensual pleasures in this world, then we are not victorious. We are always defeated in this world. We are always in this way defeated. So many lifetimes we have spent serving lust and anger in his Mukunda Malastotra. There's a verse, Kamadinam Katita. Oh Lord, so many lifetimes have passed in the slavery of lust and anger, but I've never thought, okay, so much time has passed, now please give me freedom from your bondage. For so long I have had to follow your dictates, but now please release me. Still, however, we are never released from this, and we do not even realize our plight. Like, even before going to the slaughterhouse, we are trying to enjoy. We are in line to be slaughtered, but we are trying to enjoy. We never think, oh, this is enough, let me anyhow try to escape. Instead, we continue in our slavery to Maya and lust and anger. So now, knowing this, we should take shelter of the Lord. What does Ekadasi Devi do? When the devotees pray, until Surati, pure attraction awakens, and I offer everything in the Lord's service, up to that point, I will always be defeated in this world. But how can I be victorious? It is not possible by any material endeavor. We should not glorify or disrespect anyone. We should not try to receive material people's blessings or care if they criticize us. The Lord, if He wants to give blessing, He will give blessings. Why should I try to act like the Lord and Master? I have so much false ego, therefore we should try to give this up. That the Mahajans, the great personalities, they fear doing something, but we first go in advance. And first of all, we try to do that. We are so proud. The Lord is the master of all living entities. If He wants to give blessings, He can do that. But we go to give blessings to others. Then, just like, opening the storehouse and everything is being stolen. And also, on the other side, giving curses. These are both like the biggest obstacles and the greatest ways to go farther away from the Lord. When we give blessings or curse to anyone, then we go very far away from the Lord and we become absorbed in material objects and pleasures. If we realize and we accept the position of being a servant, then who are we to give blessings or to curse anyone? The servant will always be surrendered to the master and always defer to him. Without the master's instruction or desire, the servant will not act in any way independently. They have no right to do so. They know this. However, when we get a high position, then that is the beginning of our downfall. Then how can we be liberated? Therefore, what does Ekadasi Devi do? She makes us humble, lower than a blade of grass, feeling ourselves lower than a blade of grass, and becoming more tolerant than a tree, respecting everyone without desiring respect. And in this way, we can always engage in kirtan. Narottam Das Thakur prays with this kirtan. If you take someone's food, or if you eat and give someone your remnants, or if someone comes and worships you and you accept that, someone gives you respect, and then, you are very happy, and then you give them so many gifts and so forth, and you go to another place and they don't respect you, then you think, they don't know who I am so great, and they don't know my glories, therefore they don't respect me. In this way, we feel like some type of displeasure, and we speak ill of those who do not respect us. Otherwise, we wear long hair like dreadlocks, we put on Tripundra tilak, 3 horizontal line, and then we say, I won't wear this tilak, this is like dirt, I will put on red, bright tilak. I will put chandan all over my face, and I will wear a big red tilak. Excuse me. And we wear a big dreadlock and long hair. So, if we criticize anyone or bless anyone, or we give someone blessing or curse, then in this way we are independent of the Lord. If we give someone curse, it is even worse. So we should not consider ourselves like the doer like this. Therefore it is said, never criticize anyone. Always chant Krishna's name, and in this way you can be freed of Maya's influence. Always be absorbed in Krishna, Nam, Kirtan. But if we are not free of the desire for respect, and if we are not respecting others, then we have no right, we have no qualification to chant. In this way we will never continuously chant. We will not develop the pure tendency to engage in pure Nam sadhan. Nama parad is considered an obstacle in bhakti, and as a result, so many anarthas will surround us. We will receive so much wealth, so many followers, so much position, but then bhakti and bhajan all goes in the fire pit. We have no relation, we have no mamata. Therefore, this nama parad develops many anarthas, so we should be very careful of nama parad. As a result of nama parad, followers, fame, prestige, everything comes and surrounds us. And if we don't have relation and pure sambandha and mamata before that, then we will be certainly destroyed. So there is one harikatha. There was one husband and wife. They were both very honest and good people. They lived in a very simple, broken hut, and they lived with 1 or 2 clothes. Only they would go in the forest and collect dry wood and go and sell the dry wood in the market. In this way they would collect a little money and use that for maintaining their body. All day they would be engaged in Harinam. They would go to Sadhu Sangha, serve Brahmins and so forth. Wherever there would be yagyas, they would go and take dry wood. Wherever there was cooking for Thakurji or any temple, they would take wood and not take any remuneration. So Narad Rishi said one day, "Oh, I'm not chanting so much Harinam as they are." He went to Narayan and he was very upset. He said, "Lord, you have no eyes. You are blind. You don't look after your devotees. Send Lakshmi to everyone. There are so many poor, impoverished devotees. Why don't you help them? Your Lakshmi serves everyone and she fills the treasury of everyone. But why don't you help your devotees? Why are they so poor? They have no house. They have no even good cloth to wear. They have no garden, no children, nothing to eat even. In the morning, while chanting Harinam, they go out into the forest and collect some dry wood and carry that and take it to the market. Then, if someone even asks for the wood, then they'll give it without any remuneration. And if they get a little money, then they will use that. Nighttime they have no warm cloth. They're so austere. And they sit together. If they have no cloth and it's very cold, they will sit all night chanting kirtan, dancing so they don't get cold. Then the Lord said, "What should I do, Narad?" He said, "Give them a huge, big basket of gold, and I will go and take it to them. Then they will be wealthy and no problem." Then Vishnu said, "Oh Narad, you don't know the devotees. The devotees are very far ahead. They are transcendental to all this. They are far, far beyond this. You have come here and you are arguing with me. Oh, sometimes you even curse me, Narad. And you act like this. You have the right, no problem. What can I say to you?" But then Narad said again, "No, give it to me. I want to go and take them so much gold." So Vishnu said, "Okay, I will go with you." So they collected so many nice gold ornaments, and Narad Rishi and Vishnu both went. And in this way, they went, the husband and wife, they went to the earth planet. And the husband and wife were both walking along the forest path. Then, when they were entering the forest path, Narad Rishi went ahead a few twists around the path and put all the gold in the middle of the pathway. And then Krishna and Narad both hid behind a tree nearby, and they were waiting to see what the couple did. So first the husband came forward and the wife was walking some way behind. They were both singing kirtan, absorbed in bhav. So the husband saw the gold all in the pathway, so he quickly took some dirt from the road and covered the gold. And then the wife, she came from behind. She said, "Why are you covering dirt with more dirt? Why are you wasting your time? Let's go forward. What's the point of covering dirt with other dirt? This is a waste of time. Let's go forward. Chalo, do kirtan." She said, "Even to look at that is sinful. You are discriminating. This is bad. Why are you looking at the gold and thinking it is different from the dirt?" So then Narayan said, "Narad, look. Now look. Will they even touch it? They know if they take it, then attachment will develop. And pride will come. They will become more and more bound. They will think this is mine. Just a few minutes ago, it was in someone else's pocket, but now it is in my pocket and is mine. And they won't spend anything. People, they say, I can leave my life, but I won't spend this. If some good money or something falls in stool, they will pick it out of the stool even. They go to, if you go to Radhakunda Jamuna, if someone... They swim in the Jamuna looking for because in the Jamuna people throw coins, So they swim in the Jamuna only looking for money. So Vishnu said, "Narad, now tell me, what can I do?" They will not accept even if I give. Madhavendra Puripad, he was walking to bring sandal for Gopinath. When he went to Kirchor Gopinath, he was getting for Gopal. When he reached to Gopinath's place, then every day there's 12 beautiful, they make 12 pots of kheer. They have small cows there, and they give half a kilo or 1 kilo of milk a day. It's very nice milk. In the daytime they are in the jungle grazing, and in the evening they give 1 kilo of milk or half a kilo. And In the morning they go out grazing, and their calves and so forth stay with Gopinath in his area. So every day they use this milk and they serve Pancheswar Mahadev, and where Ganga comes there, and there's a Jagannath Mandir, and also they have milk rabri there. They call it kiri. It's a very thickened, sweet milk. It is cooked and then offered, chilled in clay pots. It is called Amrita Keli also. It is very nectarian and is very sweet and tasty. So Madhavendra Puri, he saw the bhog offered in 12 pots to Kirchor Gopinath, and he thought, if I had a chance to taste his prasad, I could make it like that for Gopal in Vrindavan. But he's a sadhu, he would never ask for anything. If someone gave him something, he would eat, but he would never even beg. He was very renounced like this. So he was sitting, chanting Harinam in like the empty marketplace, that where all the merchants, they leave all the tables out and like this. So he was sitting on the tables in the market and he was chanting. In Indian markets, generally it's like that. They come like and sell sabji and things like that on tables or on the ground, and in the evening they take all their wares and return home. So he was sitting there chanting. Then what did Gopinath do? The kheer is offered in the evening. So Gopinath, he hid the pujaris. They take all the pots of kheer and sell it the next day because they need to do their seva and to maintain things. So they take all the kheer away and sell it the next day. So Gopinath, he hid one pot under his dhoti, and then his pujari was sleeping, so he said, "Hey, wake up, wake up." He said, "Why?" "Oh," he said, "Oh, I hid one pot of my kheer." Then why? He said, "Oh, Gopinath, it is his own. Why is the question of stealing it?" The pujari said, "Oh, why did you steal it?" "But it is Gopinath's kheer." But then Gopinath said, "Oh, I am a thief. That is my nature. My name is Chor, thief. From childhood, I was a thief. I am also the most famous thief. Braja Prasiddham Navanita Choram. I am famous in Braj as a butter thief. Also, I steal sin from millions of lives. There is no happiness greater than thieving." So, please now take this kheer and give it to someone. Who? Give it to my devotee, Madhavendra Puri. He is chanting Harinam in the marketplace. So when you go and give it to him, he came to the market and said, "Who is Madhavendra Puri who Gopinath has become a thief and stolen kheer for? Who is that Madhavendra?" He was shouting like that. No one was in the market. It was empty, late at night, like midnight or 1 in the morning. So then Madhavendra Puri came out and he gave him the clay pot of kheer. And Gopinath took it with his own hand and hid it and had eaten something. So imagine how tasty it was. So he ate a little bit and then he became overwhelmed with bliss, and he thought, if I stay here, then by tomorrow morning everyone will come and they will say, "Oh, he is a Siddha Bhakta. Oh, Gopinath stole kheer for him." So he said, "I won't stay here. Otherwise, so much disturbance will come." So therefore he left immediately to Jagannath Puri. He ate the kheer and he took the clay pot and broke it and put it in his anchal cloth. And when every day, he would take a little piece of the clay pot and eat that. And then he would become overwhelmed in bhav. In this way, the devotee's relation with the Lord is so strong. The Lord will do everything for his devotees. Krishna said, "Oh, Yudhishthira Maharaj, the rules of dharma are very strong and difficult to follow. There's the path of pravritti and nivritti. Nivritti is the path of renunciation, and pravritti is the path of enjoyment. It is very hard to do bhajan on the path of pravritti marg, path of like material enjoyment. Many temples were made, many ashrams were made. Sanatana Goswami made many nice temples, and there was so much nice facility. But instead he left and he followed the path of nivritti marg, renunciation. But what is he really renouncing? Nothing. He is always praying and thinking of the Brajat Devis and the service of Srimati Radhika. But he did not stay in the opulent facilities. Why? Would he become attached? No, for them there's no question of attachment. But we must learn from them, their example. Otherwise we say, this temple, I've served for so many years. Now people are not giving me a nice room. I don't have a good bed. And they don't give me money to spend. If I want to eat nice fruits, but no one gives me money. And if I want new cloth, no one asks me. No one gives me soap and toothbrush and paste. I have brought my karma with me, but now do you think you will please God by such an activity or mood? Even if the Lord gives you these things and you become a king of the world, and the pujari will do your arti, and the Lord will come and worship you himself. By that will you be Vijaya or victorious? Or will you be cheated and destroyed? Our Goswamis, did they beg from God for scraps in the bank of Govardhan and in the forest on the bank of the Jamuna all day and night? They are absorbed in lamenting and doing kirtan with so much lamentation. They are praying, they are entreating the divine couple. Otherwise, if you get these material things, you will become trapped and bound in them, and in maintaining them and enjoying them, you will lose all your time. You will not do bhajan. You cannot be victorious over the Lord or gain the Lord by material possessions. Instead, you will be destroyed and spoiled. Therefore, our Guru Varga does not accept these things. Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur wrote, I've not come to this world to be a construction worker, to make many buildings. Prabhupada said, we have not come to this world to make buildings, to make temples, to make ashrams. We will stay in a rented house and establish a temple and preach from there. The preaching is our purpose, not to sit and waste our times. Do Hari Kirtan. And however many people you sing Hari Kirtan to, however many people you engage in Hari Kirtan, that is the Lord's service. That is the prominent service. Don't sit. Go everywhere. And everywhere speak Bhagavad Gita and do Kirtan. There is no purpose of life other than that. Otherwise, we become like the greatest enjoyers, like fat buffaloes. Now we see sadhus, they have bathtubs, swimming pools, bungalows. We say, I am a prince, I am God's son, and whatever the Lord has, I have. Then I am his son. I am Amartasya Putra, the son of nectar, the son of bliss. Therefore, everything is for me. But then we become surrounded by these things, and we are lost in dunyadhari, worldly things, dunya and dhari. Dunya, this world, and bas, material objects and possessions. Therefore, we are so foolish and ignorant. Like a monkey, we become like a monkey, and Maya is making us dance. We are dancing monkeys. Getting so many material things, now we've become dancing monkeys. So how will we be victorious? Therefore, until we get the mercy of Ekadasi Devi, it is not possible. So, Krishna said, Maharaj Yudhisthira, this is the speciality of this Ekadashi. So, this Ekadashi will make you niskinchan, akinchan, free of possessions and attachments. The Lord, He can be approached by those who are niskinchan, akinchan. Prahlad said, people whose minds are turned away from Krishna, they can never come to Krishna by their own efforts or by the mercy of another person. They must be decorated with the foot dust of the Niskinchan Vaishnavas, who are free of material attachments and possessions, who are destitute in this world, who consider everything in this world to be void and useless. By taking the dust of their Niskinchan feet, then we can become peaceful. Otherwise, we are only like burning fires of anger and lust. Because we have accepted so many material things, we have not become niskinchan, akinchan. We have not taken the dust of the Vaishnavas on our head. Then how can you become peaceful? Therefore, what does he do? Hitatmapatam. Prahlad said, you are fallen in the dark well of material life. Instead, you should come out of this well and go to the Van, go to the forest and worship Sri Hari. This is the path of hell for the soul. You are the greatest of demons, O Father. And you should leave your house, which is like the cause of the downfall of the soul. It is a place where the soul is fallen and suffering. Therefore, give up this dark well of material household life and become a sadhu. Otherwise, you have no faith in the Lord, you have no faith in the devotees. You see the devotees, you will not take their foot dust, you will not become niskinchan, you have so much enmity towards them. Therefore, this Ekadasi Devi, who does she give her mercy to? If you pray for her mercy, then if she gives you mercy, you will become niskinchan, akinchan. You will be free of all attachments. There's one verse. Ye kare amar as. Yasyam unugrihami harisye tad dhanam sanhai. That person who the Lord gives his special mercy loses everything. That if we are very wealthy, does that mean we have the Lord's mercy? Those who are... Wealth is also not the only thing. Those who are near us, who are connected to us, who we are attached to, we will be free of all attachment to them. This is the nature of the sadhus. They will cut all our material attachments. Santa avaisya chindanti. They chedan, they cut all attachments, and then they will raise your flag of victory. And what is that? 24 hours a day you will be remembering the Lord, serving the Lord. And without His service, you will have no material enjoying tendency. But as long as you have the material enjoying tendency, then you are not victorious. Oh, on Ekadasi you make pakoras. You say, if there's no nice pakoras, it is not Ekadasi. And we said in Ekadasi, people would say, oh, if you don't make fried peanuts, then there's no Ekadasi. If we don't chew fried, tasty, crunchy peanuts, then it's not Ekadasi. Then they say, oh, if there's no buckwheat pakoras, then what type of Ekadasi is this? Now we make dahi vada, balle. So we should properly follow Ekadasi. Otherwise, oh, Krishna he eats chapana bhog. So we say, if we are Krishna's devotees, we should make at least 11 types of preparations for the Lord. Is Ekadasi, we should make at least 11 preparations. And we should make rasgulla, pure paneer rasgulla, and koa laddu, and rabri. We say there's no grains in there. And we make burfi and so many nice things. But then we will not get Vijaya, we will have parajay or defeat. If you want to follow Ekadasi, then pray, how can I become niskinchan, akinchan, free of all possessions and attachments? Wherever we go, if you look in any of the sastras, you always hear the glories of niskinchan, akinchan devotees. And without developing this niskinchan mood, you cannot achieve the Lord. Therefore we pray, how can I become like this? All the Prabhupada's associates, one time we saw before Ekadasi comes, they're all very careful. All day they give up prajalpa. They do not even look at anyone's face. They're always absorbed in Hari Kirtan and Hari Katha. They bathe in the Ganga or the Jamuna, and they're always absorbed in Kirtan Ras, in Bhagavat, in Gita, in reading the Sastras, in Harinam. They have no time to waste. They all have a Kirtan festival together. This is Ekadasi, Ekadasi Devi. Then why will she not give mercy? Therefore it is said, oh, Krishna said, Maharaj Yudhisthira, if you take shelter of Ekadasi, and then she will certainly raise the flag of your victory or Vijaya Pata. And she will give you liberation. Real liberation means to be established in your true spiritual constitutional form. Mukti hitvat anyata rupena swarupena avastati. Then when you are freed from Maya, then you can get your spiritual form. But you collect so many objects of Maya and surround yourself. It is like every day you are pouring mud on top of yourself. And then you may bathe in the evening, and you may bathe in the morning, and use nice soap. But if you roll around in the mud all day, then even you may bathe 10 times a day with soap. But how will you stay clean? You love to pour mud and dirt on top of yourself. So as long as you're surrounding yourself with the objects of Maya, then you cannot be freed. Therefore, on the day of Ekadasi, if you want victory, then it is said, that person who does vrata, akinchan, niskinchan, go and take the dust of their feet. Go take the dust of the feet of the akinchan and niskinchan Vaishnavas. The Lord Himself says, oh, to achieve that dust of the Vaishnavas, I myself do so much austerity. Brahmaji himself says, oh, Vande Nanda Brajistrinam, I worship the dust of the feet of the Brajadevis. I desire to achieve only one particle of dust from their feet. Uddhavji prays, Aham dasamaho charanarinam jusam asamsham. I pray for the dust from the feet of the gopis. And also Krishna said, Narad, please bring me the dust of my devotees. So, on Ekadasi, we should seek someone who is themselves surrendered perfectly and who is Niskinchana Kinchan, and try to take shelter of them. On the Ekadasi in Prabhupada Saraswati Thakur's time, the students, the brahmacharis, the devotees, they would all go near Prabhupada in Chaitanya Mat, and they would engage in Hari Kirtan and Hari Katha. And every day, the whole day would pass in the Gungan, Mahima, the glories, the qualities, and so forth of the Lord. In this way, we pray to the Lord until we get the mercy of the devotees. Then we cannot give up attachment to Maya and we cannot be victorious. So why will the devotees give us their foot dust? Why will they give us their mercy? Raghunath Das Goswami, he received the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda took his feet and put them on the head of Raghunath. Is someone so merciful to give their feet on our head? Will they put their feet on our head? Can we become so humble that we will also bow our head and pray for their feet upon our head until we get this dust of their feet on our head? We will not be victorious over Maya. We cannot defeat Maya. It is not possible for us. We are not strong like this. Maya will always paste us and grind us, and we are punished and defeated at all times. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wrote about this Ekadashi. He said in regard to Ekadashi, Suddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajana Anukula. I am not speaking from my own ideas. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, take the dust of the Vaishnavas, the pure devotees. This is favorable for bhajan. Bhakata Seva Paramasiddhi. By serving the devotees, you can achieve complete perfection. And this is like the root of awakening pure love. If you want to achieve this pure love, you must do this. Serve the devotees. This will develop like the creeper of pure love for the Lord. Prem Latikara Mula. This is the root of the creeper of divine love. So what is seva? To follow their instructions. What do they tell us? Follow the limbs of devotion, bhakti. This is following them. This is service. So this Ekadashi is Vijaya Ekadashi. She has come to make us all victorious and to give us shelter at the Lord's lotus feet. First, if we want to go to the Lord's lotus feet, we must take shelter of the lotus feet of the sadhus, the Mahat Jan. If we take shelter of the sadhus and they accept us, then their sattva-vritti, their pure tendencies come within us. Otherwise, only wicked tendencies will remain within us. We will always be filled with pride, false ego, and tendency to criticize and look down on others and only think about our own welfare and the distress, be happy at the distress of others. But the nature of the sadhus is that, they are not engaged in lying, in criticism, in slander, in false ego, and so forth. So one who takes shelter of the Mahatjan, who are like this, then they can never become like this. When they get the shelter of sadhus, then Baladev Prabhu, he is Sandini Shakti's personification. So he gives us Swarup Sata. It means he constitutes our spiritual form and gives us spiritual strength and takes care of us. Then we have nothing to worry about. Therefore, Ekadashi Devi, she desires that if we take her shelter, first of all, what is this symptom? We will develop taste for satsanga and good qualities will begin to come within us. And simultaneously, all our bad qualities will diminish and gradually disappear. Therefore, it is said, Pravitesha, if we follow the Priviti Marg, the path of facility, opulence, enjoyment, then the purpose of that is only to make us give up desire and attachment for that. By the sadhu's mercy, we can do that. The sadhus say, come to Mangalarti, but we don't want to come. We like to snore until 8 or 9 o'clock. We like to snore and roll about, and we won't come for Mangalarti. Then how can we develop? Then everything is amangal, inauspicious, without Mangalarti. If we don't go to Mangalarti, then the whole day will be inauspicious. All bad qualities from everyone will go to that person sleeping during Mangalarti. When you go to Mangalarti, then all the bad qualities leave you, and then whoever is sleeping, they get to receive those. So, if you go, then you will develop service tendency and everything. But until you don't receive the mercy of Ekadashi and take shelter of the Mahatjan, and you develop tendency for satsanga, then you have no taste for good association. If people come from outside, bad association, then you will sit together for 10 hours, so happily talking. Oh, who have I talked to today? Oh, the minister and the actress, the actor. Oh, you will keep your head so high up and say, look who I have talked to. Oh, look at all my photos. I'm sitting with the minister, this chairman, that you can go to the room and you can see all in their room is covered with pictures of material people. They're sitting with so many like wicked people, so many chairmen, so many politicians. Is this bhakti? Will we get the Lord's mercy by this? No. This. However, how will good qualities come to us? Who will give them to us? What school will we go to, and what school will we study at? Who will teach us? Who will be our teacher? Who will give us good intelligence? People, in general, they're all rolling about in the dirt of Maya. In this way, they've become like fully cooked. No matter what you tell them, there's no gain. They are like fully fixed in their nature. So, therefore, we take shelter of Vijaya Ekadasi. If you take shelter properly of Vijaya, then certainly you will achieve Vijaya or victory. So, first you take shelter of sadhus, and then good tendencies come, of the sadhus come, and then you will be absorbed in Sat Seva, pure service. Mahat Sevam Dwaram Ahur Vimuktas Tamodharam Yoshita Sangi Sangam. By doing Mahat Seva, that is the doorway to liberation. And on the other side, Tamodharam Yoshita Sangi Sangam. Association with, like illicit association, men, women and so forth, or bad association, that is like the gateway to hell. The gateway to hell opens when you engage in such association. And you think, how can I meet with them? How will they talk to me? Oh, we are in prison, we cannot meet with each other, we cannot talk, we cannot converse, we cannot meet. Then go, break through the prison and go out into the great ocean of Maya and try to enjoy. Oh, see how much it is enjoyable. Now you are preparing to do that. Oh, good. You have packed your bags and you are ready to go try to enjoy in Maya. So go and try. But until you develop sadgun, sad achar, sad vichar, pure conception, pure practice, and pure qualities, then what will you do yourself? What activities will you perform? What will you do? You will shave your face, keep your hair, then you will put earrings and put many tattoos on and nose ring, and you will show yourself to be like a new species, like a strange new animal. You will show your form. And look at me, look how attractive I am. Oh, you won't put on tilak and be a sadhu. This is not in your fortune. Why? Well, you haven't done satsanga. You are nearby, but you still don't do association of sadhus. Even you have all opportunity. So Krishna said, oh, the Lord himself said to Yudhishthira Maharaj, oh, king, it is not so easy to come in the path of bhakti and to achieve bhajan and follow bhajan and to keep one's life always in the path of bhakti. It is not so easy. Therefore, what do the devotees do? They are always protected by satsanga, goshti, like devotees, assemblies. Then we think, how can I develop more mamata? How will the sadhus think I am theirs, and that how will I think they are mine? Therefore, we should be ready to forsake everything else, to give up everything else, and only mahat seva, serve the sadhus, take full shelter of the sadhus. Day and night, pray for this and think about this. Otherwise, we lose that opportunity and everything is lost. You will not find it elsewhere. It is very difficult to find. So, if you lose the chance, then go and try to swim in the ocean of Maya, then many big fish will eat you and take you down to hell with them. So it is said, Satsanga Sevadir Nrinam. If you spend this life in Satsanga, then where will evil tendencies come to us from? Where will bad tendencies come from? They will have no place. They cannot enter. That area will be protected. That place of satsanga is protected. Maya cannot enter or disturb. It is protected by the arms and the weapons of the Lord. Therefore, asat pravritti, evil tendencies, cannot enter that place. So, you should always be in the association of mukta sangha, exalted devotees. Then there's no badadasa, no conditioned nature there. Then you will be victorious. You will be victorious when you are always present in satsanga. That is the path, the way to victory. Then your mind will not run away. No one can steal you away, and no one can enter in and break. Like Maya, like she comes in as like a little worm, and then explodes out from the back. They come in speaking very sweet words, and they speak so many sweet words, and they show so sweet. First they say Maharaji, Maharaji, then they say brother, brother, then they say uncle, chacha. Oh, then they say father, you are my father. Then father and mother. They say father, father, then you are father, I am mother. And then again, bas. So how can you enter satsanga? You will be victorious and you will receive the mercy of Ekadasi when you always have taste in sadhu sangha and you always want to stay in the shade of the feet of the Vaishnavas. When they take ownership of us and we accept their ownership over us, and then they will never let us go in the path of like galat dharana, or like downfall. They will see if we start going a little astray, straying from the path a little bit, then they will immediately chastise us and pull us back. So we pray for that much mercy from Ekadasi Devi. Please let me get the shelter of the sadhus, their lotus feet. Then what else remains? Then it is said, there's a story, Guru made a disciple, and the disciple in the ashram, he said, Jaise Guru Aise Chala. As is Guru, so is disciple. Both together, they are rolling about in hell. The Guru makes a disciple and think, now my life is successful. I have such a qualified disciple and discipline. Then the Guru makes so many nice. Then the disciple makes them into a chila, like a pancake. So once the Guru was going with his disciple and they went to a village. And then the disciple said, okay, go everywhere and say, a great Mahatma has come, a great sadhu has come. So the Guru said, he sent his disciple out as like an agent and said, such a glorified, fulgent personality come, whatever you ask for, he will give you. Go out and tell everyone, come and to see him, come to see him. So he went to the village and he collected so many people came. Some people brought bananas, muli, radish, laddu, whatever they had, they came to give the sadhu and to see the sadhu. Then the disciple came back and said, I've preached so much your glories. Look, Guruji, whatever you get, give me 1/4 at least, or 2/3. Because I did all the marketing for you. I am yours, everything is yours. Gurudev said, everything is yours, don't worry. And the disciple was watching when people would come. Like, he was telling Guru to do Swatsi Vachan for him, give him Mangala Vachan, help him in this way. I've brought them all for you. That Guru Maharaj, he's come to liberate this whole town, this whole place. So the Guru was also like this. So he said, okay, what do you want? I will give you everything. You want this? Then he would give them blessings. He would give them everything. You are sad? Okay, I will make you happy. I will fulfill everything. Then there was a huge crowd. So the disciple started collecting all the money and filling it all in his pockets. Then he said, Gurudev, you are not disturbed, right? He said, no, I want to preach only. Everything is ours, no problem. We are not different. Then they went to another village and preached so much. And now, many people came and attacked. And then the disciple ran back. He went to a village to preach about his Gurudev, and everyone started throwing stones at him. He came running to his Gurudev. Look, they threw so many stones at me, and I'm cut and bruised. So let's go quickly. So the Gurudev said, I will stay here. This is good. This is a good place. I will stay here. I won't go ahead. Gurudev, if you stay here, they will destroy you. It will kill you. No, here I will do bhajan. This is good. This is the best place. Okay, Gurudev, I am leaving. Why? 1,000 people were coming behind to beat him. So, where you collect so many objects of enjoyment, then so many enjoyers will come to that place to disturb you. But where there is discipline and chastisement, someone thinks about your spiritual welfare, then we try to run away from that place. But when we are beaten and slapped by Vaishnavas, then we will remember the Lord. That is His mercy. Otherwise, we cannot do bhajan without discipline and chastisement. He stayed there for some time, and then the people said, "Oh, he is a real sadhu. We have abused him. We have thrown our shoes at him. We have thrown stones at him, but he is never disturbed. Now he is always absorbed in meditation. He has no fear. Truly, he is a Sadguru." So, Bhagavan gives shelter and He sees everything and understands everything. Enjoyers never find peace anywhere. Those who don't want anything, who are free of all desires and attachment, niskinchana kinchan, then they have no suffering anywhere. Who will steal anything? Nothing is mine. So what is the question of anything being stolen? What shortage do I have? Therefore, when we take shelter of the lotus feet of Ekadasi, then, first of all, she will make us niskinchan and akinchan, and she will give us shelter at the lotus feet of Sadguru, and she will give us taste in Sastra and Nam, and ruchi or taste in following the limbs of devotion and staying in the Dham. In this way, she will give us all favorable inclinations and environment. Therefore, today we pray to Ekadasi Devi. Life after life, we have spent uselessly like orphans in Maya. We are always like drowning and coming up and drowning and coming up. So we are praying today to Ekadasi Devi, please at least lift me up out of this Maya and bring me into Satsanga. Give me shelter in pure Sadhu Sangha so that I can get a pure tendency, and then following the limbs of devotion I can offer myself to the Lord. Today we will stop here. Tomorrow we will hear again about Navadvip Dham Parikrama. Now one more Ekadashi will come, Amlaki Ekadashi, and then Ratri Ekadashi. She is like the nursemaid. There's the mother, and then there's like the second mother. She's like a nursemaid. She's not a stepmother. She's like who cares for the child. She is even considered more great than the mother because she cares for the child even more than the mother. So this is Datri Ekadashi or Amalaki Ekadashi. She has more mercy and affection than even the mother. So Ekadasi Devi, in this way, she has all love and affection, and she wants us to enter the path of bhakti and to have a chance to serve the Lord. Therefore she comes. Ekadashi, when she comes, then we will hear about her glories. Until we have Vijaya, victory over Maya in this way, then we are always struggling. Until we get the mercy of the Vaishnavas, our life will be destroyed. So today we stop here, and then we will hear further. Pray to the Guru Varga, please. Those who are the most fallen receive the most mercy. Nityananda declares such. So we pray for their mercy. We accept our fallen condition. If we think I'm so full of knowledge, then we are like a hard stone and we will never be able to advance. We are Tishu Pishu. We are so lazy. We were sleeping. Tishu and Pishu were sleeping, then the house caught on fire. Then Tishu said to Pishu, "Oh, now today the sun is so bright." They were sleeping with their eyes closed. Then Pishu said to Tishu, "Oh, anyhow, no problem." Then they said like this, "Oh, how much will it burn? How bright is the sun today?" He said, "Close the curtains." But they didn't want to open their eyes. They were so lazy. They said, "Oh, who will open their eyes? Let us sleep very nicely." So we are so lazy, like Tishu and Pishu. We cannot break our sleep. We are the slaves of Maya. Even if the whole world is passing by, we will not wake up. The world is being destroyed, but we are sleeping happily. We stretched out with our legs and arms this way. what is to be done? We are going to die tomorrow, we will die today, what is the problem? This way, Tishu and Vishu were consumed by the fire. So we should not be lazy like this. People say, oh, so many pundits are there, so many people say so many things. So we should not be lazy and careless, fearless. Don't become like this. Don't become a chapati. Why? You become a chapati, then someone will eat you up and pass you out as stool. So, don't be lazy and always laying flat like a chapati. Instead, you should be engaged in bhakti, always moving about and serving. Otherwise, as you were, so shall you remain. When the owl sees the sun rises, it goes into a more dark place. It cannot see anything in the light. When the sun rose, the owl had to see the world, and it was very disturbed. And when nighttime comes, it is very happy. So we are like this in Maya. Whether there is satsanga or anything, we don't want to go. We think, what is satsanga? We are so glorious ourselves. We are the princes of Maya. But really, we are like the slaves and dogs. So pray for Guru and Vaishnava's mercy. And then, certainly, your Ekadashi will become pure, and you will be able to purely follow. Otherwise, Kele Divas, those days that have passed, will not return. Therefore, it is very difficult. Ekadashi Devi ki jai, Mukunda ki jai, Guru Varga ki jai. Hari Hari Bol.